So you're the Disney music expert, huh? It's time to prove it in this episode of Disney Jeopardy. No podium today, but that is okay. From Walt Disney World Resort, it's another episode of Disney Jeopardy. Welcome in. As always, I am your host, Bryan Perri, and as I always say, 2,908 clues may have come and gone, but today is a brand new ball game. I mentioned it before, it's all about Disney music today. So let's take a look at the board and see the 5 categories you'll be playing. First up, it's Disney lyrics. After that, it's the fan favorite songs in reverse. The third category is obscure instruments. Shout out to everyone who went on to DisneyJeopardy.com. Gave me a clue to add the obscure instrument category. The fourth category is your theme park category of the week, and that is EPCOT tunes. I'll play you a song that you either can hear currently at EPCOT or you were able to hear yesteryear or years ago. You have to tie it to either a ride or a show. And the fifth and final category is your club DJ member category of the week, and that is duets. Duets picks up the victory, though it was by a slim margin. You can see 46% right there. 38% went to name the film based on the score. And last place with just 16% was the category where I would play you a song in a different language. You'd have to tell me what song that was. I really like that category. Only 16% of you did as well, I guess. So maybe I'll throw it in a poll in the near future. Anyway, before we get started, I do have to say I love doing this from Walt Disney World, but when there's a big gust of wind, my hair might get very offensive. So bear with me, please. Let's get this game started with the easiest round of the game. It's the cupcake round. Each of these clues are worth just 200 points each as we get this game started with a little lyric action. Life is your restaurant, and I'm your maitre d'. Name the song. That is Friend Like Me from Aladdin.
Life is your restaurant, and I'm your maitre d'.
On to the second clue of the game now. It's songs in reverse for 200. According to Billboard, that is the most popular Disney song of the last 10 years or so. The correct answer is We Don't Talk About Bruno from Encanto. We don't talk about Bruno, no. Here comes obscure instruments for the first time. Esmeralda plays this instrument in Hunchback of Notre Dame. So the correct answer here is tambourine, and I don't know about you guys, maybe it's a Mandela effect, but I could have sworn at some point Esmeralda's goat, Jolly, played the tambourine in the movie, and I was going to ask, what instrument does Jolly play? But then I skimmed through Hunchback, and I couldn't find it. So any of you out there think that Jolly played it at some point? Maybe it's a Mandela effect. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. Either way, let's move on. Here comes EPCOT for the first time. Where can you hear that song? Correct answer is during Soarin'. And as we get ready to finish off the cupcake round, let me inform you that the way the duets category will work is I'm going to show you a snippet of a screenshot that you can see during the duet in a Disney movie. You'll have to name what song is playing and what film it is from. Here we go. Let's start it off easy. Here's your first duet clue. You can spot those birds and squirrel from Once Upon a Dream in Sleeping Beauty.
But don't you remember? We've met before.
We have?
Well, of course. You said so yourself. Once upon a dream. I know you.
I would say arguably that is the greatest duet in Disney history. Would you agree? Let me know in the comments below. Let's move on to the 400-point round now. It's on to lyrics for the second time. Chill it out, take it slow, and you rock out the show. That can be heard during Best of Both Worlds from Hannah Montana. Big gust of wind here. Oh my gosh. Yes, that actually just happened. That actually just happened. I'm going to leave that in this show. It'll be pretty funny. All right, let's continue the game. It's songs in reverse for the second time. The correct answer is Go the Distance. All right, camera's back in place. Here comes Obscure Instruments for the second time. After being introduced to Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean 2, Dead Man's Chest, we see the villain play an elaborate version of this instrument. What is a pipe organ, but organ works? On to EPCOT for the second time. Ooh, where can you hear that song? You have a 1 in 6 or 1 in 7 chance of hearing that when you ride Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind.
We get that all the time.
We finish off the 400s with another duet screenshot. That castle is from Tangled. It, of course, is from the duet I See the Light.
Now I'm here, blinking in the starlight.
Man, I'm all rattled. My hair is disheveled, and I don't know if this camera's going to tip over again. Hopefully not. This is why you do things in a studio, though. You live and you learn. On to the 600-point round. Here comes the lyrics for the third time. The wind blows a little bit colder, and we're all getting older. Those lyrics are from Some Things Never Change in Frozen 2.
Yes, the wind blows a little bit colder, and we're all getting older.
Here comes Songs in Reverse for 600.
Så should be like it's getting silly for like a pussy.
It is a mouthful. The correct answer is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Så should be like it's getting silly for like a pussy. It's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
The halfway point of the game, it's Obscure Instruments for 6. After Prince Naveen turns into a frog, he uses a stick and some cobwebs to mimic the sound of this instrument, his favorite. What is a ukulele?
Music to paddle by.
I could use a little help.
Oh, I will play a little louder.
Here comes EPCOT for the third time. See if you get it. It is still missed to this day. That music is from Illuminations, the old nighttime spectacular. Here comes Duets for the third time. Oh, look at that. How romantic. Two people forming a heart around the moon. What is it from? Might have been romantic, but it sure didn't last. The correct answer is Love is an Open Door from Frozen. 15 clues down, 11 remain as we move on to the 800-point round. It's going to get tougher. Here comes lyrics. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the baddest of them all? A lot of people have been asking for more descendant clues. Ask and you shall receive. The correct answer here is Rotten to the Core from Descendants. On to Songs in Reverse for 800 points. I'll tell you now, that's one of the most popular Disney songs ever. but it might not be that recognizable when it's played in reverse. Hence the category. The correct answer is B. Guest.
If you're stressed, it's fine dining we suggest. Be our guest, be our guest.
On to obscure instruments for 800. In Tarzan, Turk gets the idea to create music using items from a camp after he presses keys on one of these. What is a typewriter?
Wow.
Hey.
Here comes EPCOT for the fourth time.
Two brothers on their way.
Man, I don't know about you guys, but that song takes me on a roller coaster of emotions. Ooh. Correct answer is The American Adventure.
Two brothers on their way.
Final clue before the 1000s, it's duets again. Sometimes I try to throw you off as we get deeper into the game. Maybe I did that here. If some of you guessed Hercules, the correct answer is A Whole New World from Aladdin.
Let me share this whole new world with you.
It would make sense if that was an actual Easter egg, because the directors of Aladdin, John Musker and Ron Clements, went on to direct Hercules just a few years later. With that, 6 clues remain, including Final Jeopardy. But before we get there, you know what time it is. It is time from Walt Disney World for the most overly dramatic soundtrack infused by the sounds of the Skyliner. Unnecessarily spotlighted part of the game, the 1,000-point round. Hit it! Okay, music fans, it is crunch time. The fourth quarter is here, though it's not really the fourth quarter, it's the fifth quarter, but whatever, you get the point. Begins with Disney lyrics. I tried to break up the lines there a little bit just to throw you off. It is a 1,000-point clue. The correct answer is Reflection from Mulan. Here comes your final song in reverse. We gotta go way back for that one. The answer I'm looking for is Everybody Wants to Be a Cat.
Because a cat's the only cat who knows where it's.
That does it for the songs in reverse category. If you enjoyed it, I've done it 3 other times, including in episode 100. But if you want to go all the way back to, I believe, episode 30 or episode 32, yes, there it is. You can play the original songs in reverse category. It's definitely one of my favorites. Here comes obscure instruments for the final time. When Giselle starts singing That's How You Know in Central Park, this is the first instrument you hear in the background. That song, of course, is from 2007's Enchanted. The first instrument you hear is a steel drum.
How does she know?
People looking.
She's yours.
Don't sing. It's okay. You know, let's just walk. Can we walk? Okay.
Well, does she?
Yeah.
How does she know that you love her?
Here comes your final EPCOT tune of the day. You can hear that song when you're about to finish writing Living with the Land.
Only then will we truly be living with the land.
Final clue on the board before Final Jeopardy. Here comes your last duet. It's worth 1,000. One of my favorite scenes from one of my favorite movies. The correct answer here is La Llorona from Coco.
De mi llorona, llorona, llorona de azul celeste.
25 clues are down and one remains, and it just so happens to be the one clue of the game that will ultimately determine how proud of yourself you will be for the next 7 days when I'm back in the studio, back in the lab. Let's check out the final Jeopardy category in episode 107. Princes and princesses, and you know what? I'm moving the camera. It's too windy. There. Move the camera. This is getting chaotic. I need a weatherman on the team to let me know it's going to be too windy to go film at Pop Century and Art of Animation today. Anyway, yes, Princes and Princesses is your final Jeopardy category, which also means next week's episode 108 will be all about Disney royalty. With that knowledge, make your wagers. And time is up. All right, glasses come off. Final Jeopardy. This is a little too serious. I got to look you guys in the eye and hope you get it right. Let's see the final clue in this episode 107. This character from Cinderella is mentioned in the song Something There from Beauty and the Beast. Good luck. And time is up. Nope, too sunny. Glasses are back on. It's nice to know that Belle and Beast end up happily ever after at the end, because halfway through the movie, right after she's starting to like him, she straight up says, he's no Prince Charming. And that is your correct answer.
True that he's no Prince Charming.
Yeah, how romantic is that of Belle, by the way, to be like, you know what? I think I'm starting to have feelings for this guy, but let's be honest, visually, he's no Prince Charming. He's a little ugly. It's pretty much what I got from that lyric. And that will do it for episode 107 of Disney Jeopardy. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And special shout out to all the Club DJ members. You guys are the best. Without you, this show is not possible. If you want to go and vote right now, please do so if you're a Club DJ member on one of the categories for next week's Princes and Princesses episode. Also, if you want to submit a clue, head over to DisneyJeopardy.com and click the clue page. Now, you know the deal. If you like what you saw, do me a favor, subscribe and click that bell icon. Hello, bell. Hello, bell. This way, you're notified every time we come out. Brand new content. I've been your host, Bryan Perri. I'll see you next week from the nice, safe, no wind-filled studio of Disney Jeopardy. Hope you join me. Till then, I'm jumping in the river. No, I don't. No, I'm not doing that. Alligators and snakes.
Bye-bye.